Hello, man. I lost everything, including my save for this, and I've done my very best, my very beatly best to get back to where I was. So, yes, totally removed foul. There's one thing, though, that I couldn't get. I noticed in my other videos, I had something called, in the brain bit here, something about police, avoid police involvement or something, or avoid police something, warning about police. I cannot find it. I think it was something to do with the phone, where we talked to some cunt, and he said, piss with police. Of course, if I rewatched the videos entirely, I would know this, but I just, I'm too lazy. I don't remember that. I tried a bunch of shit. I walked around a little bit just to have a look, and I noticed that this October, even if I put it in there correctly, is not actually the date that the organizer thing wants. So that's a bit silly. But exploring a bit, I did find some things we haven't noticed, like in Clark Field's residence here. Oh, excuse me. I got voice back, so I've been sneezing a little bit. He's currently napping in a shelf above. Yeah, we forgot to look at this. There's a shovel here. There's wet soil on the shovel. And this apparently can be brained together with this guy's death. He was killed on October something. Shovel with wet mud on it. Let's brain this shit. Someone entered Mr. Field's residence and dug somewhere. Who might that be? I have no idea how the fuck those two clues go together. A shovel with wet shit on it, sure. And I'm not sure if that was there when we were here the first time. It might have been. I don't know. But why we brain that together with when he died? I have no fucking idea. I suppose if it had something to do with exhuming his corpse. Sure, that would make sense, but it doesn't seem to be the conclusion he draws. He just someone was here and dug. Okay, what does that have to do with the fucking house? Also, there was a room in here that we missed. This one. And as you might recognize, it is the bathroom from the dream, where there was a corpse here. And the dream took place, if you recall, before we started huffing the hallucinogenic fumes. So there might actually have been a legit vision, because this is the exact room. As far as I can see, nothing to fuck around with in here. The other thing we missed was in here. See, this does nothing. But if we go over here and click this fucking thing, it's book. In my teenage... the notes describing recordings of thingy. In my teenage years, it was my only joy to examine and roam through places where rumor had been spread. Human lifestyle was not for me. I always searched for the ways of the inhuman. I visited old cemeteries full of dread, old ruined buildings, and spent most of my time in these places, which were suffused with the black veil of myth and rumor. One day, I bought a sound recorder and started recording the environmental sounds of these desolate places where I'd been spending my time alone. As you can probably tell, I edit Reading with Ruford a lot because I fuck up an awful lot, so bear with me here. Fairly soon, I had a large collection of recordings. Some nights, when I couldn't sleep, I used to put my headphones on and listen to those sounds which seemingly did not belong to this world. When carefully heeded, the sounds almost materialized to be touched genius loci could... What? Genius I don't know. When my... Genius what? Fuck off. It's fucking with my brain. When my secret treasure trove was discovered by my family, because Jonathan blabbered about it, all my recordings were destroyed. They forced me to go to a psychologist for 1 year. I still remember how Jonathan used to call me Ghoul around that time. Anyway, against all odds, I never abandoned this. I think I can say Passion. Men never abandon things that are bound up in their hearts. Even if they are suppressed, they never forget. When I was just 22 years old, Jonathan and I became solely responsible for my father's company. I had no time whatsoever for anything else but work. I was happy when I took the company from my father. I will never forget that period of my life. Today, I bought myself a new tape recorder. As I said earlier, I would never abandon my passion. I can now pursue my interest in a serious and mature way, without the recklessness of youth. Let's just auto-research. I was 22 years old. Mr. Field's life changed when he took over his father's company at the age of 22. Important event. Cassette number 1. Recording number 1 and 2. All the now unused Moorland Cemetery. Bregston. Bregston is a small old town which was established 18 miles northwest of the centre of Wellsmouth. The farms which are situated whilst going north are as old as the town itself. There are stories which have been told for a long time about the tomb in an older now. Fuck, wait, I always yawn, I forget to breathe. And now unused cemetery called Moorland Cemetery that is situated right in that old part of Bregston. It is said that some nights strange noises and indescribable disgusting smells come from within the tomb. Some people who use the rough pathways which pass 150 meters west of the Moorland Cemetery related they saw tortuously twisted silhouettes and heard some howling, screaming and squeaking sounds that they couldn't identify. This could have been fairly creepy, but for the squeaking sounds, that's just a little weird. I started my recordings there about 2:48 a.m. It was so dark and overcast that it was almost impossible to see the surroundings. I used a small flashlight, but I had to be very cautious because of rumors some grave robbers who plunder the graves by spreading all the bones around it in a disgusting, inhuman manner. Plunder the graves by spreading. How do you plunder by spread? I don't understand. I mean, you would dig up the corpse, sure, and plunder the shit, but how is spreading the bones out any part of that process? It's really weird, unless you're a fucking raccoon or something. Goddamn rats. The metallic haft open... fucking font. The metallic half-open door of the notorious tomb had some figures in half-relief, similar to the Rodin's The Gates of Hell. It was rusted and had started to crumble away, the effects of the passing years. The spacious interior smelled really awful. The cover of the stone tomb was broken and the interior was visible through an opening. The floor of the tomb had collapsed into a wide underground hole. I heard that during a strong earthquake 4 years ago, some parts of Bregston had collapsed into underground holes or caves. I think the same earthquake was the reason for the collapse of the tomb. I recorded both the interior of the tomb and the building surrounding it. There was an article about this in our, I think, in Loath Nolder's office. There was a newspaper clipping, or bit of newspaper about this earthquake. Cassette number 1, for some reason, is important. Now, I think it's 2 out of 3. I can't tell because the thingy is from the recording is overlapping this. Also, these videos are extremely bright when I record them. This the entire well, no, the videos aren't bright. The videos are a lot darker, but I have to keep the game very, very bright when I'm doing the thinky shit. When I'm trying to brain things together, I can almost not see if anything is in the slots because it's just so white and overexposed. It's really weird, this game. Recording number 3. A cave near the Northwood Forest. The whereabouts of this cave, which is located 3 miles away from the notorious forest, is not widely known. It is connected to some other caves that form a complex underground network. It is rumored that a lot of people have become lost inside and never returned. Some people claim that they have seen fires inside and heard some sinister sounds coming from the depths of the cave at night. Recording number 4. By the dig in my cellar. Some sounds are coming from the well in my cellar. I don't know what lies beneath it, or the reason for its construction. From the top of the well, I used a flashlight to examine the well, but it was too deep for me to see to the bottom. The sounds coming from below make me think that there are some animals down there. I believe that it must be connected to a tunnel that leads outside somewhere. Recording number 5. In my bedroom. For some time, I have been woken up by squeaking, trembling, and slight wind sounds whose source I cannot identify. Several times, hardly suppressing my fear, I roamed the house but couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. It's said that in a house this old, these noises are common. I guess I have to get used to it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I do that. Every time I read or talk out loud like this for a lot, I just yawn. Stupid body. Recording number 6 and 7, In the Well. I decided to examine the well because the workers I hired for restoration left the job half done due to the sounds they claimed to hear from within the well. The rusty ladder that I hadn't dared brave before was my only avenue. I bought a strong flashlight to inspect the interior. I decided to record some sounds down there, but I could only record some sounds in the room that the tunnel leads to. When I listened to the recordings later on, I noticed some defects. There were some deep noises and rumbling on every recording. I think that the dirty and choking atmosphere of the well caused my recorder to malfunction. Recording number 8 and 10, In Ivor's Place. I had an opportunity to make some recording in the worm-eaten place, which Ivor and some other friends of his are using as a meeting place. When I told Ivor that I wanted to make some recording, he preempted me with a strange, disturbing smile on his face by saying he was sure that I would succeed in making great recordings. That building, which seems so strangely strong, while showing the signs of rottenness all over, made me feel very uneasy. Christopher T. Dredden, one of the 3 men in that meeting apart from Ivor and me, told me that this place was built by an unknown witch. I couldn't be sure as to whether he was being serious due to the sardonic smile perpetually on his wizened, long, and pale face while he spoke to me. Oh. There's some decent writing in here. Ivor's Place. Okay, this is also relevant. There's some decent writing in here, but then it just goes sort of semi-silly. It's like, okay. Now, I fucked around with this a little bit. And what actually needs to happen is, like, look at this hint. Check the birth, the death may be useful somehow. This is this one. Clark's date of birth. I put it up here. And this also has to do with the important event. Now, according to a thing I read, because I was stuck here, I was trying to figure some shit out just so I wouldn't get stuck in the video. Apparently, you have to detract the add his age to his date of birth, because to figure out when this important event took place, which in this case is in 1998. But for some reason, you can't combine these two. And that was really fucking weird. But this actually is 1998. And I'm hoping I don't bug the game by figuring this out without actually. So use the year. Yes, he did. Why couldn't you brain that? And why do I have these 2 clues that I can't brain together? Maybe we can brain this together? No. Weird. Okay. These are Mr. Field's notes. So he took some notes here. Is this 3 or 4, I suppose? How many of these are there? A lot. Fucking hell. I'm not going to read all those out. I'm, however, going to go like that. Then wait a second. Then go like that. Then wait a second. And then go like that. What? I fucked that up. Sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to read that off camera later, and you can pause if you wanted to read it. I suppose these are the cassettes. Ah, yes. In here. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself while we listen to this. I don't know how Nigel it is, but
Old and now unused Moorland Cemetery, Brengston, 2:48 a.m., 5th of October 2010.
I wonder if this is looping. Let's give it a minute more. It sounds like there are weird sound artifacts on this. Like intact with the looping of the or the what's it called, the tick-tock of the clock back there. It sounds like there's a dip in sound quality and it goes there's a little bit of static. Weird. I think this just loops. I don't think they can expect you to listen to all of this. See if there's anything else. Oh, track 2. Both of these were in the same location, according to the paper. Let's give this a listen. While this is very similar to what they do in, what Pokes does in Lost Crown, I prefer this a lot more because there's actually recordings of semi-nothing, at least, which would be more realistic. Pokes is all just ghosts bellowing constantly. I mean, there are a lot of things going on here, but it's not as fucking ham-fisted as Pokes. Let's see if there's more. I think most of these just loop.
November 2010.
Yeah, it sounds like the sound quality is weird. I don't know if it's... Everything else sounds alright, it's just this. There's like these... like dips in quality. I don't know if it's deliberate.
By the well in my cellar, 10:56 p.m., 13th of February 2011.
That choppiness is really bothering me. It's ridiculous. I'm going to give each of these a minute. Just in case. Because I might have to listen. I might have to listen to these to a certain point to get a clue or something. So I don't want to just shuffle through them. Not that they're that interesting, but I mean, very, very atmospheric.
Bedroom, 3:13 a.m., 12th of March 2011. 2011. Ivar's cabin, 3:07 a.m., 5th of July 2011.
Well, that's been 10 minutes of creepiness. I didn't get any clues, so I assume it probably had something to do with the dates or times of that. Currently, I'm not too sure what to do. I already tried putting the day of the dude's death into this thing, so that didn't work. But I'm a bit stumped as to what to do. As usual, if you have a suggestion of what to do, or you think something might work, or you want me to try something, write it in the comments. If there are sufficiently, if there's a bunch of shit in there, I will try it out. And if none of you have any clue, I might have a little peek at a walkthrough just to see where to go next, so you don't see me staring at a wall for 5 years. But it's more fun if we figure this out together, men. Come on, let's homo. So, write some suggests. We've got about 2 minutes left before this is half an hour, so let's see if we can't brain some shit together. Someone dug. Collapsed ceiling. I can't think of anything. What a dumbass. Meeting at Ivor's place. No. No. No, well, would that make sense? Or like a hint, please. Maybe we should think about his escape and his escape. No, that doesn't. For fuck's sake. I don't know. I'm a bit stumped. I shall do the old save and hope I actually recorded this properly, since I haven't double checked everything, which would stump at me. So let's hope this works. But yes. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and TTYL.